Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Arthral Studio. And if you are there, if you can hear me and you can see me very well, just type in a yes so that we can just start the class today. Today we are doing the Santhal painting, and oh, hello, Tamara. Very good. So if it is audio, the video is going very well, please type in a yes so that we can start quickly. You all will join and then we will be starting today. We are doing the Santhal paintings. Santhal paintings are the tribal paintings which we will be talking about. What is Santhal painting, what is so peculiar about those paintings, why is it so famous also, and I mean, like, I would say not so famous also. Hi Anu. Okay, just type in a yes if you can hear me and you can see. So we'll just do the test of the video. Yes, okay, thank you so much. Yeah. So talking about the Santhal paintings as here in Arthal Studio, first of all, I'm very sorry that I was not here for so many days. I was just caught up with things. But now, yes, we'll be very regular in my workshops. And so I will be giving you the workshops, you will be attending it. So great to see you all back after a long time. Oh, lovely. Okay. So let's talk a little about Santhal paintings. What are Santhal paintings? We have in India, we have a very strong culture, but it has evolved from folk arts, from tribal arts to folk arts to traditional arts. So their art never stops. It's like continuously going on. From Texas. Hi. Hi. Okay. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to see you all. I can just see the list going. Thank you so much. And even I'm so excited. I was really upset that I was not doing the lives, but here I will be doing it very regularly now, and we will be doing different art forms. We'll take up the workshops and we will do it. So coming to the Santhal paintings, the Santhal paintings are from the largest tribe, and the tribe is in the Jharkhand and West Bengals, in the portions of these two. And just before Santhal painting, we've already talked about um, Jamini Roy. He was also one artist who was very inspired. He learned so much in Western arts as well, in different contemporary styles, oil paintings, but where he was stuck was with the roots of his own being, and that's from Bengal. And he was very much carried away by the simplicity of those arts, those Santhal tribe, that he started depicting those ladies in his art forms. Now, coming back to this, what is so peculiar? First of all, generally we see the tribal paintings, we see black and whites or very minimal use of colors. But here in Santhal painting, it's a very bright throw of colors in the painting. So if we talk about, like, we have done the paintings of Warli art and Sora art, those are very much not so cursive, very triangular, a little curvier in shape. You will see some similarities when we talk about a lot of tribal paintings. We do see the mindset, the lifestyle of all the tribals are very much similar. When I say very much similar, it is not the contemporary modern living. They will be very much attached to their own agricultural this thing. So small community living. So all the celebrations, everything that they do, everything they celebrate is very simple, and they that shows the joy of life, their belief also, but the joy of life and community living. So you will see many in a big canvas. You will see a lot many figures also. Today what we will be doing is, we will be, because it is a very different posture that they take. It's the art is very cursive, so curvier, the figures are curvier. So we will be talking about how to draw those figures first, because it is not generally seen. If it is not in that art form, we don't see such kind of figures, right? So we will be doing that. So I'll just place this. Today we will be using the pencil and the eraser. We will be using the A4 size sheet. I will be folding the sheet because I want to do it at small. It's a study of how to make the figures today, which is the basic of it. If we don't know how to make the figures of Santhal painting, it gets very difficult because every painting will have people in it. The folks will be there. Also, what elements are very common there is the birds, the plants, and the routine life. Initially, when these paintings started, they started as a scroll painting. So scroll painting, I have talked many a times. Those who have been following me from a long time, they know very much what is a scroll painting. But scroll painting goes on and on with a lot of sequencing. So what happens in the routine, marriages, everything. And there is a this is a optical it's a illustration, and then there is a narrative also with it, which they sing and dance along. So there is also a visual, it's like a visual thing with the narratives. So that makes it more interesting. But now we don't see as many scrolls, but we have taken very episodic illustrations. When I talk about episodic illustrations, it is like taking one small episode from the life of the people or the community and just showing it in your paintings. So we will just make a couple today, just a couple, because we will get to know how to make the human figures, both male and female. So I will just start it here. I'll just put it on the table. I'll show you what all we need. So we would be needing a scale. Yeah, if in case you want today make a use of a scale for the borders, that pencil, eraser, few synthetic brushes. We need poster colors. That's what I will be using, but initially they never used to do poster colors. We need one palette and of course a cloth and a wash ball. So those are the things that we will be using today. When these paintings started, of course, whatever this was started with, it was on the barks, on different material, with organic colors, and the brushes were the brushes were made from the hair of the animals. So they were tied, and that's how it was painted. Now with the fineness of the things, we get to make them more beautiful and more pretty, because then precision comes in the picture. So here I'll just make a border. This, like many of the other paintings, the borders are not elaborate, they are just blank borders. I will be folding the page into half, and then thereafter we will be drawing a small card. So this is this will help you to just know about the formation of it. So here I'll just zoom it so that it's much more clearer for you to see. Okay. I'll just make a border. Sorry everybody, I'm not able to answer all the messages that are floating. I am very excited to see you all here. Thank you so much for joining it at a very short notice. So I'm just making a card where a male and a female will be there. So we'll be drawing the male figure and a female figure, both as a couple. So we'll just see a little bit of intimacy there. Okay, so here the faces are very simple. It's only the body that gets quite curvy. I'll just take it in the center, not too far. So what is the shape of the body here? Face, never mind, the face will come, both the faces will come over here. It's like always very important to draft your picture, what placing has to be done. That's how I started from the scratch all the time. So these are the faces of the two beings, and here is the body. So the body, and this is the leg. So I mean, like, yes, I can make out that it's not clear right now, but when we'll draw, it'll be clear. And so here this is a female and here it's a male. Not much of a difference, except for the clothing and the body structure. Not too much of accessorization here also in the females. Yeah, we are good. Now, you might not be able to understand what I'm doing right now, but I'll be telling you very soon. So here, just plotting a male and a female. Okay, that's what it is. Now we will start with the making of the lines. I will just take a pen directly so that it's more visible to you. What I am using here is a Uniball eye, and it's a waterproof pen because I will be later using my poster colors. And if in case you use your poster colors, you do not want to activate the ink again, right? So if you are doing it with a gel pen or any other pen, so you have to just do a testing. Few of the gel pens also say that they are waterproof, but please do not go by just the say of it. Always just scribble it in a rough paper, put some water and see how much of it is transferring. It might be a little water resistant, like it doesn't bleed off the ink very soon, but with colors like yellow and lighter colors, if in case a little bit blacks come in picture, it spoils it. So always do a testing. Here I've just made a circle. That's a basic shape for it, and I will be doing the face. So simple, there is nothing very fancy in it right now. You will see the body gets a little. So this is one side. I'll just zoom it so that you can. Okay, here. Giving the head this, the hair, just simple. It's not supposed to be very fancy right now. The ear, all the jewelry will be made later on. There is very little embellishments that's done, or the accessorization that's done, because it's the tribal. The hair are not very nicely trimmed. Sometimes they have for the what is very different in this, in all the tribal paintings, in Sora and Varli, we have seen that the clothing is not in the picture, right? But here in this, the clothing comes in the picture, and when the clothing comes, it is still restricted to unstitched cloth. So when we talk about the clothing of the male and the female, it is just one clothing, single clothing, no stitching. So it's just one cloth piece. So I'll just, and you will see that the this figure is very flowy. You may not be very particular about the shapes, but yes, proportions do matter. Okay, because it's not a realistic kind of picture. So with the pencil, I'll show you what actually the shape of it is like. It is like a bean shape. The body is like a bean shape, like a kidney bean shape. This is the shape of the body. So this is the part which you have to visualize before you draw it. If I draw it right away, you might not be able to judge how it has been done, but just see to it that it's in a kidney bean shape. We are not going to draw the kidney bean here. So, but this curve goes on this side. That is how it is. The physique is very lean and like this. Yeah? I will be taking one hand to the lady. So this, no stitched dress, nothing. Generally the body of the males is bare, so they are not wearing anything on the top. The eyes will be very big and bold. So here, just a normal leaf shape, and you may have it half eyeball or the full eyeball in the middle. We have also done Kalighat paintings. If you have seen in Kalighat paintings also, it is mostly half. So here it doesn't really matter. It's not restricted whether it has to show the full circle or you can do the eyeball like this. Now comes the later part of the body. This is the cloth. As I said, it's a single cloth. Generally the upper body is lean and it's this cloth is tied under the belly. So here is the belly, and this is the, it doesn't look very realistic and it's not supposed to be. The leg, just simply, so we don't have to be very straight here, and then just take a diagonal cut. That's it. Very simple. You can just later on make the divisions for this. Here this much is done, and this is the only drawing that is required. I will be erasing all of the sketch part that I have done here. Oopsie. See, my pen was not really dried and I scribbled it on the eye. No matter, we'll fix it with the paint directly. So here, this. Now comes the lady. For the lady also, it's a single cloth with body is kept wrapped and not any stitched cloth is there. So I'll be drawing this. The hair is generally tied and not let free. So if it's a couple, if it's a marriage scene, we see some kind of decorations in it also. So how do they get dressed up? We will be talking about in other paintings also what we will do, because it's a concept based. So here the concept is only basically how it is done. In the paintings, it's not only that it's drawn like this, it's also a lot of impact is on the coloring part. So here, and this is the Judah. This comes as the neck. This again, big eye. You may make it half or you may make it full, as I said. When we'll be painting, we'll be doing the face. The hand of the lady goes over here and sets in here. This is the lady's hand. Her body, we will just make it the same way. As I told you that there has to be a bean shape. We'll just visualize the bean over here. See, this is the bean shape, right? So we'll just go on to this. The hand, just make everything, the hands and the feet and the body, they have to be very lean. There is not much dimension for the fingers as well. This here, that's it. So the basic shape is very much the same. We don't give too much, but here the sari goes. Here again the sari is wrapped. So this part is the sari, and this is a bare body. Just keep the curve here, attach. Now the sari is also, or whatever the cloth is wrapped, is not very long. It's not till the ankle. It's just knee length cloth is worn. I will be erasing the lines again so that we get the final picture, and then we will start to paint, because the basic line drawing is very simple, but a lot of Vaishali, are we supposed to make two? Um, he, it's it's your wish. If you want to do it with me, I go at the pace where you can follow me, and if in case you want to do it later on your own or by checking on the video, you can do that also. So it's totally on your wish what you want to do. If you want to follow me right now and you do it, the pace is very much unedited, so you can actually do with me. So it's your wish actually. So here, but now we'll be going with the painting. So just a minute, I will need to set up my things till you all can catch up on this. What I will be using, see, you can do it in different material also. Now people do it on jute bags, they do it on mugs, anything. Then in that case you may use the acrylic paints. When you are doing it on the paper, I like the opaqueness and the chalkiness of the poster colors, because that looks more natural to me and it doesn't reflect back the colors, so they absorb light very well, and not the acrylic for that matter. But if in case you want to do it on different surfaces, you cannot do it with poster colors, then you have to go with the acrylic paint. Acrylic paint also, I've told you, if you, in case you are doing it on a very dark surface, like suppose a black base, then you have to apply a gesso so that your colors really shine out. So gesso or a base color, and then you can just do your painting. And if it is a light color base, you can directly go with your acrylic paints. Now when we talk about the picture, now next thing comes as what is going to be the background, what is going to be the body color, what, because the palette has to be restricted. It's not like any color we can use, because we are not evolving onto this painting, we are just doing how it is done. So just knowing a little about them. The hair can be black or gray. The body is in grays because they are tanned, they are tribal people, and we use brown, gray. Sometimes for ladies we use light brown or yellow. So now we sometimes we see that we do see the peachy color or the skin tone colors are there, but initially it wasn't. So ladies were only in lighter shades of brown or in yellow, and whereas men were in gray and browns. The background totally depends on what you want to do. Here I will be painting it with one simple color, and this is going to be just in front of a tree. For that I will not be drawing the tree right now. There is nothing to be drawn, only for the background to be done. But I will start with the figures first, because that will be better and you can catch up on this. I'm taking some ochre. And just not keeping it very ochreish or brown. I'll just take a little bit of lemon yellow to make the color a little lighter. Just mix your color very well so that you get homogeneous color. Just if in case you want to add little water, very little, I would say just 1 drop I added. Consistency of your paint should be nice, and what does this nice mean actually? That is also very important to know what nice consistency means. Nice consistency is that when you do it, it should not show the paper. It should be very opaque. So here just filling up, as my pen is with this waterproof, it's not giving out the color. But if in case when you draw or you paint, you will see that some places of your pen will get hidden by this, so then you have to just revisit that area and fix it, because the black outline is done in the end. So we will be doing that too. There's a lot of outlining here and it looks very beautiful. The figures are very, very simple, and it's like, oh, it's very easy. That is the first thing that comes to our mind. Oh, this is so easy. And it is, of course. It is, but it's very beautiful too. Keep your brush strokes very smooth, as no matter whether it's a tribal or whichever painting, if your brush strokes are seen a lot, it spoils. And this is always asked question, that brush strokes aa raha hai, nahi ja raha hai, then what to do? So while you see that the brush strokes are there, again before it dries off, just even it out. So again a little touch up would help. Borders are not painted, I mean, like, not decoratively painted. You can just have it with one flat color. Like in Warli and Sora, we have beautiful geometrical borders also. So every folk art, every tribal art has its own way of coloring and painting. Now we'll reach out to this man, and I will be taking a little bit of burnt sienna, which is the brown shade here. Burnt sienna. Just take a little and add it to this. So when I adding the same a little brown to this color, it automatically gets a little darker, and so we'll have a different shade for the male. Yeah, so this is brown. Take your paint liberally, means do not take too much of water and keep sweeping. It'll be like watercolor, it'll get transparent. You don't want that to happen for your these paintings. Oh, I left one thing. The hand of the lady was here and I just mixed the color. I'll make that color again and do that portion. They have a lot of cultural thing also. First, once we know how to make the figures in this, how to decorate them, any concept based picture will get easy. Anybody who knew about this art form or have already practiced, please type in. So I'll love to okay, Vaishali. It seems easy, but when we want to really draw it, oh, you feel it's difficult then. Sometimes when it is drawn with ease, you feel that, okay, this is really cool. And when we draw, we have to really see the proportions, the shape and all. Yes, of course. But yeah, it's not that hard. Maybe just one more effort and you'll get it. So here, the basic of the this is done. I'll just wash my brush, and then we will go on to the very bright color palette now, and that color is on their dress. Yeah. I'll take a shade of blue, light blue. See, if in case the kids are only heard of it, yes, there are a lot many paintings that we have only heard of, but it's really good to try them also. Here, now I'm taking a blue shade of blue, not very dark, not very dark. For the if in case I have any young kid over here, I can help you out with making it a little more easy, because I know that there are many kids also who follow this. So you can also try something called a brush pen. Okay, so do not do the painting with the brush pen on this, because you will not have so many shades in the of the face there. But so this you can do it with your poster colors, and later on this dress and all you can actually try out with your brush pens. Here I'm just giving the solid coloring. Later on all the decoration and the folds and everything will be done once. Here just fill it simply. Mostly when we see there's a lot of play of colors, but it's only flat coloring, so there's not much of the shade work there. Only lines and patterns are done to give the shade, the effect of the design. So here I'm just leaving a little white of the paper here, and that's it. I'll just wash it. I'll just take flat colors, that because that is what we are supposed to take. Do not take mauves and other colors here. It's simple yellow. Just filled it. I'm not going very close to this because I have to still do the black color outline, so you will get to know what actually it is. Now I have yellow in my brush already, and I take a little over here and mix it to get my skin color, which I actually forgot to do the lady here. It was more ochreish. I'll just take the color same and make the hand of the lady. There we go. So I fixed my forgetfulness here. Now going on to the dress, I'll take the red. This is the poster red color, and just again flat coloring. Never take it directly from the bottles. Always take it out in the palette. Break the body of it, means you will have a lump or something. You must break that portion like that and have a nice evened out paint. Always when you are making something, always follow the curve of the clothing. So whenever you're doing the clothing, suppose it's the dhoti falls down, then all the strokes should be falling down. It shouldn't be going sideways. So the wrapping is very important, just to have that. So here I'm giving a curve. So if in case you see some strokes, also very light strokes also are visible, they are not creating a lot of disturbance in the picture. The painting of it is very simple right now. Later a little bit of outline and the dotting has to be done. So here just evening it out. That's it here. Now just going a little in because the hand is an extension on this side. I've not done it, but here I'll just paint it directly. The hand of the man is coming on the shoulder of the lady. Okay, yeah. There. Okay. Not all the time we need to really draw, but if in case, because how will you really get the idea of how it is? So just simple drawing is required, and then later on you can just. Black is something I'll be touching in the end, so let them look old till the time we do it. Is that okay? Or, okay, I'll just do it so that for your visuals, better visuals. So, again, take black. What I'm using here, the brush is a 8 round. So, and I'm just using that brush only. I'm not changing the brush. So it's just one brush for me. If you're not very comfortable with a bigger brush, do take a thinner brush. But when you use a thin brush for bigger areas, you end up getting more strokes. Means lines, uneven and patchy strokes. So you can just try it out for yourself, what works. Just shift. When we are doing the upper decorations of the body, it is important for us to see whether the paint has dried or not, because otherwise it will not be very distinctive color. It will mix to the base, and then it will be showing you the shades. We don't want the shades to be seen, except for the fact only, I mean, like basic lines should really shine out. There is nothing like. So now we will be starting with the decoration of it and the line pattern, and later on I'll be telling you the backgrounds also. I'll be taking pure white now, poster white. Just again, it's lumpy, so I'm just taking it here. When you do your poster white, you have to be very careful that it should not be mixed with a lot of water. Very important, because all the jewelry and the lines that you will be doing, the color in the base will be shining it. I mean, like it'll just see through, and it'll be shining through. So here, now I'll take my thin brush because some line patterns have to be done. Smooshing it. I'll only first go on to the places that are totally dry. Some dotting. You have also seen this kind of in Kalighat paintings. The strokes will be bold, and just you have to go on with the very fine hand. Okay, how do we avoid lines while painting larger areas? Use a broader brush and uniform paint. Always start from one side. So if in case you are doing it, just suppose I have to cover this sari, I would not be going like this. I would be just going from one side, means from top to bottom or one corner. So just don't go around like doing the border and then going to the circle. Just start from the top. Do not leave any sections. Okay, first thing, the consistency of the paint should be uniform. So if you are making a, so that is, those are the things where you will not get the lines. You can minimize. The pressure of your brush also should be checked, because if you are pressing it too much, you kind of sweep from the middle and the lines, the paint gets piled up on the sides, so the pressure gets in the middle more. So that is also be taken care of. If in case bigger areas, try taking a flat brush, synthetic brush, that will help you. But if in case it is a smaller area, then again, so consistency of your paint, the pressure on your brush, and for bigger areas you have to take a broader brush, plus you have to start from one side. So those four things, if you see, you will minimize, I mean like it, the lines will be very less. If still your lines are coming, then you can actually go over once it dries off. Okay, if it is wet and you are continuously making strokes, it sometimes picks out the paint. So that is also, suggest good set of round brushes. Any brush is okay, round brushes, till the time the tips are not worn out. So if I say that Camlin is good, Bristol is good, and it will be good throughout, no. With round brush, liner brush, it is very important for you to see that tip has to be maintained. So that is very important. If the tip is not maintained, any brand that you use is not good enough. But here, what I am using here is a Camlin only. So I have a lot of brushes at different brands. Some local brands also. I don't mind using them as well. A tip has to be maintained. For the thin round brushes, it's very important. Here I'm not giving very end to end lines, if you can notice. So the stroke has to be, and in the Jamini Roy paintings also you would see that we have done the similar kind of work. Those who have not attended must see Jamini Roy's paintings, that I'm like, we have just attempted to do it. So the same on this part. These anklets that we are putting for the male also will actually get more popped out when the background is done over here. We'll just do a little and then I'll show you, so that you get the whole glimpse of how it has to look. Here I'll be shifting it a little so that I can reach onto this. There is a lot, I'll just do the sari a little more and then I will go on to the white, because the male dress is not that decorative. I'm taking the dark blue here. So the dresses needs a lot of little more line work. Side profile, yes, exactly. Cherry painting also we see the yes, it is very much side profile. We don't see the front profile of them. Now there's this outline over here, which I'm taking the Prussian blue. It's the cobalt blue. So the lines have to be really flowy, and try to practice the lines. Like, it sounds very kiddish, but we have to get into the habit of getting our lines very swift and straight. And when we do the strokes, it has to be, it is never like one line. We don't call it that we are making lines over here, because the thickness of the stroke in where it starts is much thicker, and where it ends it's like a hairline. It's like feather stroke. So press, 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 release. So with the speed also it spoils. I was slow here. So there, this is the manner it has to go. It has to go flowy, and it has to end with a fringe. So I'll just quickly go around on this. This portion is done. It looks brightened up now. Yes, Smita, I mentioned it has to be always in the profile. It's the side face only. Now coming to this, I'll take a little bit of darker shade, which is the crimson. I did the red over here, the poster red, and I'm now taking crimson, little darker. And let's see if it's dark enough, or I need to add a little bit of black to get it more maroonish. Here, yeah, good enough. We get, so just a double tone will come, giving one solid line. You just make the lines. No shade. These lines will only show you the movement in the dress. Very bright and a beautiful color for the crimson over red. So it's not very really important that you have to do anything with your pen. Why I did it with a pen was just to make it very clear on the screen. You can do it in pencil, and then you have to do these lines anyway. Again, those side strokes as we did for the male. With a nice flow, you have to work onto that. Few dots. I'll just go with crimson to make the lips. You may make mustache or you may not make mustache, that's up to you. Now we will go on with the white color again. Wait till it dries. I think my black has already dried, and I'll be doing the... So this is a couple, I mean, like, accessorization is more. So probably you can just depict that, okay, there is some celebration or... So lines and dots, that's it. That's how it is decorated. So if it is wet, you will get a little bit of shade in this, in your white also. Do not use a dotting tool for doing this. I'm repeating, do not use a dotting tool for doing this, because the brush strokes will have uh, an edge to it which the dotting tool will not have. So it's important to have that kind of a flow and the dots also in. You can have those. In the middle over here. If you want to change the colors, of course you can. Okay, Tamara, if you don't have crimson, how about the crimson? Okay, how to make it? So if you have to make a little bit of darker tone, take the red and mix a really teeny weeny black in it, and you will get a darker shade. Do not please be very very specific as how much black you take. You should not be taking too much in it, just very little to get a little darker tone. That's it. So when we add to black to any color, we just gradually add tones to it. So, and when we add white to a color, we add lighter tones. So lighter and the darker tones is only adding whites and blacks. But yes, we have to, if you want more grades in your, more tones in your color, then just gradually you have to exceed. So then you can always have that color. Here we are done with this, and I will be telling you the background also quickly. If not full, I will just add a little over here so that you get the idea of how the background will be. You can have a tree, grass, whatever you want. So I have a poster green color here, and I'll just take it separately. Just scoop out a little. I don't want this brightness for this picture because it will be just taking away all the beauty of those bright dresses. So I'll just mix a little color in it. I just want it to be a little sap greenish color or the dull color, so that it doesn't really take over the painting. So I have brown here, okay, which I'm taking yellow ochre, which is the light shade of the brown, and let's see, I'll have a little dull color. I'll take a little more into the yellow. Yellow ochre and brown. So now I get a little dull green color, not that bright. Now for this, because the area is big, I want to take a bigger brush. But as I said, okay, you would not you how to eliminate the lines. But still, if in case you want that, okay, I should be going very close to the figure and my figure should not be spoiled, you may just take a little flat brush and synthetic and just sweep in here. So you'll get big covering big areas covering in just before the color dries. Okay. Just finish it with a just fine filling. Okay, so here just it's a muddy green color over here. Giving a so you will not get any of the lines if you work like this. Do not keep on sweeping. If I turn it to a side, you will see how much of the paint and how uniformly you have to apply. So if there's a pile up, right away just sweep it out onto the areas where it gets flat. We'll also have a class tomorrow where we will be talking about their culture and different types of paintings that can be done in this. So we'll see you at like 4 tomorrow also. The finishing of any of the painting takes a little bit of time. Here there is a lot with the black lining also that has to be done. I will show you that as well. So it's not that it's over yet. There's a lot in this more which you can do. Those who are new to the channel and have not attended any of those workshops before, please visit the channel, do subscribe and let me know your feedbacks also. If in case what all you want, what all has been helpful, what all you're looking forward to. So please let me know and I assure you that it will be taken up in the workshops. You can do the varnish on it. We do the varnish. Yes, for the varnish, that's a good question. You can also varnish all your works because when we do the painting, you want to protect it, you can do the varnish. You have to just check the varnish that goes on sketching also. There are people do a little bit of fixative. So that is also, if you do it, that fixation is also good. Here I will be just making the eyes a little more nice here. The black line. You may add the bindi, you may not add the bindi. That's up to your wish. Here, I'll wait till it dries because it's wet over here. By the time we'll make some color as to what we have to do over it. I'm taking a light green and yellow. So light green and a yellow will make it really, really bright. We see, yeah, quite good enough. So this is the shade that I've made. These are really simple things. See to it that your strokes are not like lines. That's what I want to say. So you will see that they started with a bold and then they end with a little bit of thinness. That is very important actually, because we are not doing line drawing, we are just doing the here with this. Here the background, you can add a house. We will be doing a lot in this further videos also. I will be just adding some floral thing over here. Just a hint of this paint will give it brightness. I will be taking a liner brush, and then this is my brush to make beautiful lines. There is this. When we get these saved like this, please do not throw it. Always very handy. And how to save it is just put it at the back while you're painting, okay, so that you don't throw this away. This is very important to save your brushes if in case you are carrying it in a box. So for the fine line, you have to save it, right? And so that's a quick little tip that you can have for your fine pen. This is important. This black line, you can do this black line, it's important. And so it doesn't matter if you have already done your waterproof pen or not. This is even more bold. So you don't really have to trace your lines. That is also very important. You don't have to trace it. Maintain the flow. While if you would want to trace it, you might disturb the flow of the stroke. you may want to do a mustache, and that's how it looks. So this is pretty much for only the figures. And how would you do the background? We will be talking about that in our next video also. How to do the whole panoramic view of the community. So when we talk about the panoramic view, there will be huts, there will be houses, there will be plants, there will be birds, and other elements also, which complement the painting a lot. So it is here, it is just two people here with no background right now. You can also add a little more, which is up to your wish. I'll just give you a little draft of it. Maybe a tree grows here, and then see, this is the tree, and this will be very beautiful full covering of it. So do it with a lighter green and do the leaves. We will be doing such plants more because we have already exceeded the time, and so we will be doing more in the next video. So any questions that you all may have, I'll go through it. Thank you so much for appreciating it, and in case you have any questions, you can type in right now. I will be looking at the chats, and I will be answering all the questions that to my best of my abilities, I would say. So much decoration for the ma'am. Yes, yeah, for the males also. If it is a function, or if it's a, suppose we are doing a sequence of getting married, or a marriage is going on, then also we do the this much of decorations. If it is in working in the fields, definitely it's not going to be there. We will be doing such more concepts where you get to see, and different, like maybe I'm not like the same as I'm sitting here right now, so maybe it's a one special day for them. So but not on the usual basis. They are not dressed up like dressed up in the same manner, same colors, solid colors, but not with too much of accessorization, which I added here with the whites in this. Not too much for the male, of course, not too much for the females as well. If they are working on the fields, if they are busy in their schedules, they would not be. Are there any specific colors for the dress? Yes, you can go on to the solid colors: yellow, red, pink, green, blue. I mean, like, not too much of tertiary and the tints and the shades of the color. Keep it a little bright and peppy. And why is it bright? Because the white embellishments that we do, sometimes the borders and the dots, they look very nice on that, and they are all plain. There is no motifs like a parsley shape or the floral patterns. It's only by the lines, strokes and dots. That's it. So there is no motif like we do it in Madhubani, and all those are very highly decorative paintings. So that's pretty much on it, and we will be talking about their cultural festivals and how they depict them in the paintings, what all their beliefs are, and the flora and the fauna. Yeah, so that is pretty much. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining in here, and it was a pleasure to seeing you. I mean, like, just reading all the messages that you are here. It's such a delight to have you all here. Thank you so much, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Till then, bye bye, take care, have a nice weekend.